Welcome to Knife Chats. If you like what you see, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, share it with friends, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Thank you.
Thought I'd take a few minutes to talk to you about the Mule Skinner. Now, this is a knife by Jim Frost, a Frost cutlery knife, number 15-286 out of China. Now, Jim Frost has a reputation for turning out some pretty lousy knives. I think we're all kind of aware of that, especially if you live here in America and if you have satellite TV and you've seen Cutlery Corner Network. You're aware of those 100 knives for $100 and, cheap plastic knife with some kind of weird stainless steel that can't cut anything, that you're buying 100 of them for $100. And he says, you're going to go out and make a ton of money, sell this one for $8, sell this one for $10, sell this one for $20, and you're going to make $1,000 off of this $100 worth of knives. Well, this knife is not one of them. Let me just put it that way. I bought this knife for like $9, and I bought that on the secondary market for $9, and that was including the shipping. Now, I think Jim Frost was selling them for around $8 on his television show. And you know what? He could have sold this for more, because these are some of the best knives that I think he makes, especially in the budget lines. And I really, really like this knife. If you can get one of these things and you can get it for like the under $12, I would buy it. I would buy it in a heartbeat. Matter of fact, maybe even I would go as high as $15 for this, because of just how well it is made. It will fool you by how well it's made. First of all, just look there. Look at where the blade is falling in here. Now, I don't know if they're all that well or not, but that blade is almost centered. And I don't know what steel it is. It's either 420 or 440. He just called it that Soligen steel. The knife itself was made in China. See here the blade etch that's on there. Actually, that's a pad stamping. You got Mule Skinner, and then you've got the guy with the plow behind the mule. And you've got the Tang stamp, which is just a mule's head, braying mule. And then on the backside is just stamped stainless roast fry. So I'm betting it's probably 420, but it came sharp enough. I mean, you could cut paper with it and everything else. But really, what I like about it is, first of all, it's not a true half stop, but the blade does stop at the top, and then you got to push it down, And it's got a good snap opening. And look at that. Look at that matchup on the blade there. You can see the line there, but you can rub your finger across that. I'm rubbing my fingernail across that. I can barely feel it. I can barely feel where my fingernail rubs across there. See the brass liners, and you see the nice wood there. Goes all the way around. Nice stainless steel back spring, and it's got enough tension. It's not over tight, but it's got enough tension. I would, put it, I'm not one of those people who know like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I would say it's a medium tension, That was a really good snap. But what I really like is the way they lined the wood here. See how they got the cross lines? So it's the way they've done the wood. So you see all the lines going through there. So it almost looks like a zebra wood or like an olive wood or something. I'm sure it's just a pine or maybe an oak or something like that. But it's nice. It really looks good. And you notice the brass pins there? I seriously cannot feel them when I'm rubbing my fingers across there. My fingernail doesn't really catch on them or anything. Both sides. And look at how that is. That is in the turn. It is in the bend of the wood there. And that the pen is just as smooth as the baby's bottom there. I cannot feel it. It is so well done. And you've got the nice bird's eye rivet up in front. Not the biggest of bird's eye rivets. I wish it was a little bit bigger. But it is a bird's eye rivet nonetheless. And, it's just your classic shape of a sod buster or your working knife, whatever you want to call it. And good nick. A really nice lockup. Now, overall length of the knife comes in right at about 7 1/4 or so. Yeah, about 7 1/4. The overall length of the blade is just a little over 3 inches, if you see there. Cutting edge on the blade is, about 2 7/8 of an inch. And then when you close it up, the overall length of it, right at 4 inches. So how it ends up being a little longer than the overall sum, I don't know. But it comes in at 7 1/4 with a 4-inch handle here. So just, you heard that lockup. I mean, it's nice. It's really a nice knife. Is it as good as a case sod buster? Probably not, but it's as good as several other ones I've got, and I like this one more than the Rough Rider ones in many ways, because well, first of all, I like wood handles on knives, especially on certain knives like a sod buster or something. And this one is just really nice. I think the only thing I might end up doing with this is I might hit it with a sander here and sand this down around the edges here, so to make this a little smoother, because that right there is probably, if you notice here, this doesn't match up quite perfectly. But if I were to sand this down just a little bit, it would match up a little bit better. So I might end up doing that and then just hitting it with a little oil or something to darken the wood just a shade, but not much, because I really like the blonde wood that they're using on there. And it's just a really great knife by Frost. You usually don't expect something like this from him, but his Mule Skinner, yeah, I mean, it was a really good knife. I don't know if he's still makes it or not. I have seen one online that was going for about $18. I'm not going to spend $18 on it, but like I said, I would probably spend $12, $15 on it with no problem. Yeah, what's $3 more? Well, $3 more is $3 more, and I don't know if that was with shipping or not. Good size in the hand. A little heavier because of the wood handle and the thickness of it, but that thickness also makes it really, you got a good grip with it, so it feels good, and you can, get up on there. I don't know. I could ramble a while on this, but all I can really say is he did a really good job with this one. A lot of people don't have anything good to say about Frost, but I'm thinking those people did not get a Mule Skinner from him, because this is pretty good. I really do like it. It's right up there with the Brown Mule that Kissing Crane makes. Matter of fact, I like this one better than the Brown Mule by Kissing Crane. I think the coloration looks better. I don't know if the steel is better, but the finish on this is better than the Brown Mule by Kissing Crane. So, and it's also got a nicer or cooler looking box. So, yeah, Frost did a good job with this one. He knew what he was doing. It was a good move on his part. I don't know about his dirt busters or whatever they call them, or their clod buster, whatever they have for their other name for the new side buster knockoffs that they sell. But the Mule Skinner they did a good job with. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. If anyone out there also has a Mule Skinner, let me know what you think about it, and let me know if yours happens to be as good as the one that I got, because the one I got is really solid and well made.
Thank you for visiting Knife Chats. I hope you enjoyed your time here. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel and ringing that notification bell so that you will be notified when the next episode of Knife Chats is up online. Thanks again. See you soon.